Here we go, guys. The map is ESV Ohana, and up in the upper left in the red, playing Terran. Although he is normally a Zerg player from the team mouz, it is MorroW. And down in the bottom right part of the map, winning 3 games already in this Team Arena Challenge 3 match. A very talented Zerg player playing very, very well today, holding off a pretty powerful all-in last game. It is none other than Liquid Sheth. Exciting stuff.
Yeah, how crazy would it be if Sheth got another all-kill in Team Arena Challenge after last season?
Well, he's already putting himself up there with some of the players that have gotten the most kills so far in this tournament. We've been keeping track of that. We'll have another graphic next week for it. Or maybe, yeah, a little bit later this week, kind of an update on who has the most kills in the Team League right now. Before it was, I believe, Revival and...
yeah, Revival got an all-kill, I believe.
There were 2 all-kills.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Revival and someone else, but I should not have mentioned it if I did not remember.
You know, fun fact,
oh, well.
Sheth is the winningest player in Fight Club.
Yeah, that's right. He lasted more weeks than anyone else, even against really good players like I believe Ryung was in there.
Yeah,
at one
Ryung
point,
was one, White Raw, and Kiwikaki.
Not bad at all. MorroW building that barracks, not deciding to wall off or anything like that.
I always find it interesting, the decision to not wall against Zerg as a Terran player.
Yeah, I mean, we've reached a point in the metagame where the likelihood of Zerg doing some sort of early pull on this map is basically like a 0.00001% chance of happening. So, yeah, Terran players can do this a little bit more, you know, easily, with a little bit less worry. And I mean, the thing is you can always put down supply depots still here as well, and still wall this off fairly quickly if need be. The nice thing with doing something like that is you just have you lose less mining time, right? The SCV is able to get right back there after building the supply depot and then, you know, do other things. So looks like it will be a 1-Rax gasless expand for MorroW. Not too surprising. Yep, there's the command center right there.
Yep, Sheth, the standard hatch first, not even hiding the CC. Here's the CC, you can see it.
Yep. And Sheth's like, all right, well, just come in and see everything you're doing, I guess.
That's a pretty fast gas.
Yeah, that's interesting. Actually, this is a really... Okay, now I'm intrigued. I'm actually intrigued now because it's not 2 gas, it's just 1 gas.
Yeah.
And very curious timing for MorroW. So he's got a very specific build in mind. This SCV taking some hits from the drone, but the Marine comes out just in time. And yeah, it looks like it will be a wall for MorroW. You know, I wonder...
Is this possibly like a Marauder Hellion type thing? Usually, I mean, probably not, but you usually see 2 gas every single time at this time, and he only did 1.
Yeah, it's hard to say. It's tough to say exactly what it's going to be. I'm curious to see if we're going to see a tech lab. No, actually, there's going to be a reactor right after this. And so we may just see some reactor Marines come out fairly quickly.
That would make sense, too.
Possibly, maybe a factory, but he's going to be getting it a little bit slower. Although, you know, I'll have to look. I honestly haven't done this build for a long time, and I'm trying to remember if when you get the factory off of 2 gas really quickly, if you need to cut SCVs at all. This could just be like a super economic way to do, you know, what we've seen before. Although, if he is going to go for a factory, which it looks like he is, it's going to be a much slower factory. Yeah, and actually walling off with the factory, no reactor here. Sheth is going to scout this and be a little bit confused, I think.
Yeah, I'm still a little confused about this, too. You know, and he's still not getting a second gas, so...
No.
So this is going to be just Hellion Marine from the looks of it.
Well, I think what we're probably going to see is maybe Marine Hellion Medevac, possibly.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, no, there's the reactor. So it will actually be, never mind, it will be Reactor Hellion, just at a different timing. So here's why MorroW's doing this. I can tell you why he's doing this right now. Like I mentioned before the cast, one thing that MorroW really has in his favor, and Sheth taking a really fast third because he doesn't see the reactor, so he doesn't think he's going to be under any Hellion pressure. But with MorroW, one thing, like I said before, is he really knows the timings, right? Yeah. So when you know the timings of a certain race, that's cool. Taking a page out of Fnatic Alive's book right there. But basically, when you know the timings of another race, you can do things to specifically mess up their timings, right? And by doing this, MorroW is going to have reactored Hellions come at a very awkward moment for Sheth, something he's not expecting. Ah, look at this, MorroW.
Oh, wow, very smart. Yeah. And he's not even going to wait to build the bunker. Oh, wow.
Man, he's doing it. Wow, he's actually building that bunker.
And he's going to have perfect positioning at the minerals there, too. There's no roaches yet.
He's going to... I think he should probably cancel.
Ooh, this is going to be a close call. And Sheth's sending his lings away. He's not actually
What is going on here, Sheth?
Oh, he's just relying on the queen, but the bunker's going to be up. Does he not see the bunker yet?
He does not know about the bunker. No, he does now that the hatchery finished, but it might be a little bit too late. The bunker getting close to finishing. It does. The bunker is going to die really quick, though, admittedly.
Well, he's not putting his lings on yet. Oh, he looks like he's going to lose a queen.
Yeah, he
and now Hellions are coming in, too.
Oh man, MorroW, yeah, coming with those Hellions at a very awkward timing, and this does not really get any more awkward than this. Sheth taking a lot of losses.
Another queen.
Down to 9 hit points, and queen at 10 hit points. Queen is so low.
Needs to kill that queen.
Yep, there we go. He does decide to get that. Sacrifices a couple Marines to do it, but he should be able to get his Hellions away if he needs to.
And look at all the lings he made Sheth make. And meanwhile, he has his third up, and he's about to, lift. He's not lifting off yet. He's just going to get SCVs, but that little attack did a lot to get their economy even. Look at that.
Even workers right now for MorroW and
So his econ is going to be a lot stronger because of the mules right now. So he has really dictated this game well.
This happens from time to time. Whenever you see pro players settle into a very comfortable metagame, somebody comes along, and that someone is usually MorroW and screws up the timings. MorroW is actually known for doing this type of thing. Being able to look at a matchup and being like, all right, I know how to really, really throw people off.
Going down now, too. And now nothing to protect those drones. Not even a lot of drones there.
He's not going to get anything at all out of this third base.
Yeah, and so now he's forced to go roaches and double Evo chamber because he can't get drones over there. So he is locked. Sheth, weird to say, Sheth locked on 2 base. Yeah. Not at all where he wants to be. And has he started?
Game.
He hasn't started his lair yet either, I believe.
No, I don't believe so. Nope, he hasn't started it. In fact, he's got a little bit of gas built up, but he had to use a lot of it on roaches just to chase away the Hellions. He's going to go for a bit of a counterattack, but 1 tank already done for MorroW, so MorroW shouldn't have any trouble at all holding off any sort of aggression Sheth wants to do with these roaches.
I think this is a mistake.
It could be. It could be. We'll see. I mean, if he pulls his roaches away fairly quickly, if he maybe just scouts with the Zergling, then he's going to be able to realize that he doesn't really want to push this. But he'll probably push it anyway because he doesn't know about these siege tanks here.
Yeah. All right, so he's probably going to get some of these Hellions, but okay, he just turned around. Yeah. Very smart.
Yep.
Oh, wow, and it looks like, okay, he's getting an armory, and he's getting stim, and he's getting infantry upgrades at the same time, so it's all over the place. And another factory, so it's going to be tank upgrades, you think?
Yeah, he's going to be going into multiple siege tank production. Right now, the armory is just kind of to get +2/+2 rolling, I'm sure. Yeah. But he's going to have a lot of tanks to defend this third base. That's kind of the idea, is you want to have a good tank spread, kind of hole up on 3 bases, and then once you have a big army, or usually around 2-2 is the timing with this, you move out and try to do a lot of damage to Zerg. So MorroW, I love that he's going into a very standard late mid-game and early late game with this, but his opening was just so different that it really, really messed up Sheth. I'm like so excited that my observing is terrible suddenly.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, but this is such a cool thing to watch. Now, Sheth taking his 4th base, certainly not out of the game by any stretch of the imagination just yet. He's got upgrades going. He's got his lair on the way. 1-1 is about to finish. He's not really hurting in supply too much. He's a little bit behind where you'd want to be. Yeah, he's ahead in supply, but Zerg would want to be more ahead at this point.
Yeah.
But he's not doing bad at all. He's able to make a couple more rounds of drones. He's up to 75 now. So Sheth still easily capable of winning this game himself as well.
Yeah,
look
so
at that.
That is actually really good.
Nice
He really wants to stop the ling run buys here.
I would too. Like we keep saying, MorroW is a Zerg player. He knows how Zerg players think. He knows that not having a wall here makes this base and this mineral line a very, very appealing target to Sheth a little bit later in the game once the army starts moving out here.
I really like this poke. He can say, all right, you have to make units because Sheth doesn't know if he's going to keep going or not.
This is a fake. Yeah, he's not going to be
it's a nice fake,
but
Sheth has to make units now, and he has to prepare for it. I always love that play in TVZ.
Yeah, you have to prepare for it, because if you don't, you just die a lot of times. But we know that it's going to be a fake, because 2-2 is not close to finishing. He's getting +1 as well, and he's already back.
When those finish, though, with the Metavax timing, that could be a very, very scary push, because Combat Shield is going to finish at the same time as well. That could really, really hurt Sheth.
He's probably going to start pushing out fairly soon here, because he does want to, I think, time something with 2-2. If he doesn't time something with 2-2, he's just going to go for a late-game max army. There we go. There's the Unsiege. Yeah, he's going for it. Oh! Whoa, that was risky. I saw that blip on the mini-map, and I thought that was a lot more of a Zerg army than there was. But
no, he's kind of split his army in two. MorroW's going to have to do this slowly, But Sheth knows he's not ready for this yet, so he's got to keep MorroW out of his face.
Yeah, he needs to be very, very careful here. Needs to delay as much as he possibly can. A
MorroW
little bit of a stim from MorroW.
Yeah.
Did he actually stim everything?
No,
Nope, just a little bit.
About half, but still, I don't think he did stim quite that much.
Maybe overdid it a little bit.
Yeah, Sheth is playing very smart because he's actually trying to hold him off till he can get up to Broodlords. He's teching Hive right now, and he's getting Spire. And while he's also building Infestors, if Sheth does manage to hold MorroW off, that'll be a very, very successful hold. He's basically just made it so MorroW can't advance while he knew he wasn't ready for the attack. But at the same time, MorroW can't just go for broke because he has the siege tanks and he leaves his natural vulnerable. Sheth playing it very smart, MorroW being careful, but this looks like this could be really bad for Sheth's fourth.
It certainly could be. All depends on the engagement here. Nice fungal, though. That certainly helps a little bit, but there are some medevacs. And yeah, this fourth base definitely going down. Another fungal on a lot of these Marines.
Very close.
A little bit low, and he does manage to kill one of the Infestors, I believe.
This is really good position for MorroW, though. Up here on the high ground, the rocks act as a funnel, and Sheth can't get in. That's such a great wall.
Yeah, not able to get in at all, funneling everything. Even just one Marine holding things off there. That is just beautiful. MorroW, though, continuing with his death push. His medevac count, he probably wants to be a little bit higher here, but Sheth attacking right now. And will he have enough? It doesn't look like he will. Oh, but Zergling's coming in from behind. MorroW suddenly surrounded. It looks like this army will be taken out.
But look at what cost. Like, MorroW is up by 50 supply after all of that. He traded that really well. It looks like a drop's going into Sheth's main right now.
It certainly is. 2 medevacs worth of Marines dropping in. They are 2-2. They do have stim combat shields. Sheth just used basically all his units defending that attack.
He might get the Rocheborn.
Oh, man, if he controls well, he could get a lot more than that. That's not going to be enough links to take that, I think, right now. That's going to be enough links to maybe handle it.
Maybe. With the positioning, though, it looks like he's going to need even more. Okay, there it's going to go down.
Very efficient, though, either way from MorroW.
And MorroW taking his fourth as well.
Yep.
And Sheth is now down a base against a Terran player, and that is never, ever a spot that his herd wants to say that they're in.
No, not really. He's about 70 supply down right now. He's just taken this base right now, so he's trying to even things up. But let's take a look at the drone count. Yeah, it's going to be 54 drones. He took a lot of losses there. That's going to be larva that he can't afford right now. He needs to do something about this fourth base, but he's going to have to make a lot more drones. We can see that he's going for Greater Spire anyway.
And Crackling.
And Cracklings, yeah, as well, but he's going to need to make things like the Sling counterattack work, and I just don't think it will. Oh, but he catches him on siege.
That is so many Marines, though, and the 2-2, same as the Ling, so he's going to need more than that. Would you want to see him to switch to Banelings at this point, or you think the Infestor Broodlords is a better option at this point of the game?
I think Infestors and Broodlords are definitely the better option. Yeah, I mean, some Banelings are nice. Some Burrowed Infestor action here as well.
Ooh, and there are no turrets, as far as I know.
Depots are down. Interesting. So, yeah, I think Infestor Broodlord would definitely be the better idea right now. You could go get Banelings and try to just fungal and do damage.
And some Zerglings.
Some Infestitarians as well.
Oh wow, so he got a drop to kill the fourth, got a drop to kill that base.
He does. And
he's sending it into the third as well. Wow, MorroW didn't notice that till now. And it's in his main too.
Yeah, actually Sheth really doing what he can to kind of scrape out victory here. Nice job by him. How many workers did he really kill with that? Let's see.
A few.
A few, yeah. It's not a whole lot. But
MorroW, meanwhile, he's going back and forth with the drop ships. He dropped the third. Now he's going back to the fourth. At least he's faking it. Now he's in the main too.
Oh, this Marine didn't quite get the memo. He's like, excuse me. And now
MorroW's slipping a little bit on his multitasking. But
there's a lot going on right
now.
Absolutely. This drop is definitely dead.
All right. And he was dropping the fourth at the same time.
Excuse me.
Yeah. So MorroW's in pretty good shape. At this point, he's just going to probably stay till he has a maxed army, get those 3-3, and I think that's 2-0. Ghost Academy on the way as well, so he's preparing for the Broodlords.
Yeah, the Infestor still loose.
There's a turret there now, but there's nothing to kill the Infestor either.
Yep, that's right. So it looks like he might lose a couple SCVs from this. MorroW not really able to find the Infestor, unfortunately, and he's going to lose a lot of SCVs. It's a little bit silly, but Sheth really doing a good job of doing whatever he can to get ahead. MorroW moving in right now. Oh, some Zerglings being taken out unnecessarily. They do get one tank, but that is not worth it.
That was like 30 Zerglings for one tank. not a good trade at all.
That doesn't work very well. So Morrow is going to maybe be able
That's
to
not
deny
enough
the
links
space
either. Sheth's really, he's got his army too scattered here.
Yeah, I mean, if you look right
there's
now.
a drop in the main, too. That's what he's distracted by.
Yep, big
Double
drop in the main.
Oh, and that's barely enough. Oh, nice fungal, though. Wow.
Yep.
That was pretty big.
Oh, Morrow might as well just unload this right now. I mean, he's not going to be doing... Oh, he loses the medevac filled with Marines. But look at this push. Oh, but the Broodlord's coming in. That's a bad angle for the tanks.
Morrow needs to get out of there.
No kidding, man. Morrow actually not really maybe paying attention all that much, getting stuck in a position where he does not want to fight these Broodlords.
All the way back. He cannot fight that right now. He does not have enough.
What a crazy game right now between Morrow and Sheth. Oh, and Sheth catching it.
Good fight by Sheth. He can get in there.
Oh, I can't believe it. Sheth, just when you think he's down, seems to find ways to come back. And Sheth.
Oh, the tanks going down.
Oh, but look at this, though. Morrow producing 6 Vikings at once. He's going to be able to handle the Broodlords. I don't know how many Corruptors there are out on the map. There are 2. That's not going to be enough. Yeah.
And he does have Infestors, but he's going to need a lot more to contend with the Viking count, especially just because he unloaded all the Fungals and Infested Terrans.
Exactly. Sheth knowing that this is basically his only chance. He needs to go for it right now. Great Fungals on those Vikings. Great Fungals, actually.
Oh, again.
Man, but here come all the Marines. Fungals not used on the Marines.
Oh, and there's still 2 Vikings left.
There are indeed, and oh, the last Corruptor did just go down. There is 1 left actually in the back.
Oh, still more Vikings coming out. He's producing 6 at a time.
He is, yeah. I don't think Sheth is going to be able to handle this. He's got to split his Fungals between Marines and Vikings.
He's almost out of Fungals, and once that happens, the Marines will kill everything.
Yeah, certainly looking that way. Morrow not sieging his tanks. He doesn't want to splash his Marines. There's a scan for creep tumors and everything else. Burrowed Infestors. Morrow moving in with his Marines right now.
Man, those Marines are like a buzzsaw going through the Infestors and the Broodlords. He's going to lose all of the Infestors.
Oh, that's so smart by Morrow, actually going after the Infestors before the Broodlords, knowing that those are the real threat right now because he's got more Vikings coming in.
Yeah.
Man, this is just one of the
crazy game.
Really well played TVZ by both players, actually, right now.
And it looks like actually during that, Morrow managed to get the 4th again with a drop.
That's just insane. So let's take a look at the mining situation right now. Sheth getting a little bit low on his 3rd, still has a good amount of minerals on his 4th, but not a lot of drones. He's not saturated. Morrow looking very good at his 4th. 3rd pretty much mined out, but he's trying to take another
5th,
one here. Yeah.
Morrow's in really good shape. Sheth is going to have to figure out a way that he can fight Morrow's army because he hasn't, until those Broodlords, he hadn't found a way. But now with the Vikings countering his Broodlords, he's going to have to come up with another plan in order to try to hold that 5th base, or this game will be over very, very shortly.
Marine Viking Medevac is the new composition for Morrow. He's also adding Mobius Reactor on to give his Ghost a little bit more energy for EMP potentially. Base is canceled again for Sheth, and Sheth is really, really feeling the hurt right now. Morrow, though, oh man, so smart, pulling back, not trying to stay in there, do too much damage. He's going to leave Marine behind.
Sheth's 5th as well.
Yes, he does, and this hatchery not going to go down, it looks like, but still, just the pressure being put on Sheth is so big right now.
Yeah, and Sheth really, he can't get into a comfort zone. He likes that comfort zone where he can just macro. He's having to send his army, send it over here, send it over there, send it everywhere, to his main, to his natural, to his 5th. And meanwhile, Morrow is staying almost max. He's countering every single unit. Before it was Vikings, now it's Ghosts. And he's getting Cloak as well.
Well, we've got 3 Broodlords. Let's see some Infestors. Kind of tough to see, but they're down there. You can see them
Good
hanging
energy
out
on those Infestors, though. That's the one thing Sheth has. He's had really, really good Infestor control this game.
This Infestor, man. Give this guy a... Here, look at... He's a Metamorph,
22 kills.
22 supply, but I don't think a Metamorph is going to save this base.
And the 4th going down as well while that's going on.
Yep, that's right.
Morrow is playing so well this game.
No kidding. What a beautiful TVZ by Morrow. And this base as well getting very, very low. Is it going to be canceled by Sheth? And it's going down very slowly because it's building at the same time. Oh, no. Not canceled. Oh, the Evo Chamber does go down. The Roach Ward's going to go down.
No.
Things really starting to fall apart for Sheth.
Second.
Certainly could. Losing some inject possibilities from having that
His whole army, he tried to do a run by to the 4th, but it had a planetary. He tried to go to the natural, but there's that giant wall. These Lings are just looking for a place to go. They can't. Oh, the Hive
getting very, very low. Sheth having to be hesitant. He doesn't want to lose a lot of Infestors here. Those are worth more than his Hive at the moment.
Oh, the Hive barely gonna live.
Oh man, 94 hit points. He does manage to hold off the attack here as well, but the hatchery takes some damage at the same time. But look at this, Morrow already back with another army. He's got ghosts on the way as well. The ghosts have plenty of energy for EMPs. He's even making a nuke right now. Why not, man? Morrow just in that situation that every Terran player just dreams of being in right now. And I gotta say, though, I mean, for everything that's gone on in this game, Sheth has just really, really done his best to
no kidding. Sheth has played really well, but I am in awe of Morrow right now. He's on another level.
No kidding. Yeah, Morrow just looks unbeatable at this point. I mean, this is great. More infested Terran harassment here behind the planetary, but all Morrow needs to do is kind of just wait it out.
Yeah.
Looks like Sheth going for another counterattack, but, you know, how will things go?
He
could try to break down some of the wall with the infested Terrans, and that's exactly what he's going to try, I think. Yeah, let his Zerglings in that way. A siege tank being taken out there. And, he's actually not. Okay, is he targeting? Okay, now he is actually going in there.
Yeah,
Morrow
this
having
is
to come back
pretty smart, because he's going to make Morrow turn around. And if he can get some of the production structures, maybe he'll be able to get a little
but there's the nuke.
Oh, no. Does Sheth see it?
He may. Looks like Morrow's cleaning this up. Sheth may have been distracted here. The nuke getting
no.
a little bit lower. I don't think Sheth sees this.
No.
That's going to be a lot of dead drones.
He sees it now.
Oh, man.
No.
And that is going to hurt a little bit. 12 drones is all that Sheth has remaining. Oh, man. At least he does have his army, and it is quite a formidable army. He does have 7 Broodlords and a good amount of infestors, 9 infestors if we want to actually count them out. Another nuke on the way from Morrow. He's over 100 supply ahead. All he needs to do is kill this one army, and he will have won a very, very aggressive back-and-forth epic game, if I may say so myself, between him and Sheth.
If Morrow wins this, that has been a very, very well-deserved game.
Yeah, if Sheth wins this, it'll be a miracle is what it'll be.
He's got to all in here, and he's got to kill the production structures in order to have a chance here. He can't try to go for the bases. It doesn't matter. Morrow has enough bank that he can just make it all back, because he's been at 200 for so long at this point.
Yeah. And there's another nuke coming down from Morrow, trying to just get a bit of a positional advantage. So many Vikings. These Broodlords are going to die so quickly.
Oh, beautiful.
Great EMPs. Oh, my gosh. Morrow, the nuke coming down. GG from Sheth. And the nuke will never land, apparently. The end. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's actually Morrow wins the game. That's who. I'm used to hitting that one for Sheth, but